Good morning, students. Hope you all are good and safe at home. We are doing functions, and let's do one more question related with composition of functions. We have two functions, f and g. F is a mapping from z to z and g is a mapping from z to z. And fn is given to us, which is 3n, and gn is a function. Whenever n is a multiple of 3, it is n by 3. And if it is not multiple of 3, then it is 0. Then we need to show g of f is equals to identity function on z. Z means integers, and f of g is not equals to identity function on z. Now we need to prove both of these results. Now, first of all, we have to show g of f. G of f is means g of f of n. Now n is the variable. What is the value of fn? Fn is 3n. Okay. Now we need to substitute this 3n into the function g. Now g, there are two functions of g. One is whenever n is a multiple of 3, and here one is n is not a multiple of 3. And of course 3n is a multiple of 3. It is clear that 3n is a multiple of 3 for all n belongs to integers. We can say n is equals to 1, then it is 3, n is equals to 2, then it is 6, n is equals to 7, then it is 21, n is equals to minus 6, then it is minus 18. Always whenever 3 is in the multiplication, then it is a multiple of 3. So here the g's function will be n by 3, and in case of n it is 3n. So it is 3n by 3. 3 will cancel out with 3n, we get n. So this is g of f of n is equals to n. That means the function of the composition of g of f and g's composition, that means g of f, its answer is n. So it is identity function on integers, because here n is nothing, n is all integers. So it is identity function. Whenever n's value is 1, then answer is 1. Whenever n's value is 2, then answer is 2. Whenever n's value is minus 4, answer is minus 4. So every time we are getting identity function, and it's depend upon integers. So g of f is equals to identity function on z. We already proved that it is identity function on z. Now we need to prove f of g is not equal to identity function on z. Now f of g of n, or instead of o we can use this bracket. What is the value of gn? Now there are two functions gn. One is a multiple of 3, one is 0. So f of gn, okay, f of n by 3, whenever n is a multiple of 3 for all n belongs to integer, or next is g of n is 0 whenever n is not a multiple of 3. So there are two values f of g's having two functions. One is f of n by 3 whenever n is a multiple of 3, and f of 0 when n is not a multiple of 3. Whenever we will substitute n by 3 in function f. What is function f? F of n is 3n. So it becomes 3 into, in place of n we will substitute n by 3 whenever n is a multiple of 3 for all n belongs to integers. 3 will cancel out with 3, and f of 0. That means in place of n we will substitute 0. 0 into 3n is 0. n is not a multiple of 3. Okay, we are getting two answers of f of g. One is n, one is 0. We find n when it is multiple of 3, and answer is 0 when n is not a multiple of 3. That means whenever 3, 6, 9 or minus 3, minus 6, 0 or minus 18, that means all multiples of 3 are there, then it is identity function on Z. But whenever we are taking all numbers which are not the multiple of 3, the answer is 0. That means not identity function on Z. So at whole we can say f of g is not equals to identity function on Z, because at one time whenever it is multiple of 3 it is giving n as answer. That means identity element on Z whenever n is a multiple of 3, but whenever it is not, then answer is 0. So in conclusion we cannot say that it is identity element on Z. So that means f of g is not equals to identity function on Z. Hope this question is clear to you. Let's do another question. Now the next question is, consider f is a mapping from real positive, I plus is positive real, and positive reals to minus 5 to infinity. That means coordinate set is minus 5 to infinity, given by the function is given to us, and f is invertible. Show that we need to find, we need to show that f is invertible and f of inverse y is value is this. We need to show. This is not the important question, beta. Always come in CBSE exams in 6 marks. So watch it very carefully. Now we have one function f of x, and mapping is f is a mapping from our real positive to minus 5 to infinity. Now if we need to show that f is invertible, for that we need to show that it is bijective, because any bijective function can any bijective functions inverse can exist. So for that we need to show that the function is 1, 1. So if f of x1 is equals to f of x2, where x1 and x2 belongs to positive reals, because domain is positive reals. So x1, x2 we are taking that it is positive real. Now what is the value of f of x? It means in place of x we need to substitute x1. It is 9x1 square, 6x1 minus 5. In place of x we need to substitute x2 here, 9x2 square plus 6x2 minus 5. Minus 5 will cut out with minus 5, which will get here 9x1 square minus 9x2 square is equals to 6x2 minus 6x. Okay, what we'll do, we'll transfer this whole term on left hand side, minus 6x2. It becomes question ease at ease. Now 9 we can take common, x1 square minus x2 square, and 6 we can take common, x1 minus x2. Why I told you that that we'll take this 9x2 square and plus 6x2, just take on this left hand side, because here we are watching that here after taking 9 and 6 as common we are getting x1 minus x1 square minus x2 square, and here I am getting x1 minus x2. Here we can apply a square minus b square's formula. It is a minus b, a plus b, and it is plus 6x1 minus x2, and it becomes very easy for us to take x1 minus x2 as common, just because of I told that will shift 9x2 square plus 6x2 on left hand side. This is the reason that we can take common easily. So x1 minus x2 will take common. Then left behind terms are 9x1 plus x2 plus 6 is equals to 0. Okay, there are two factors, one is this, another is this. Both are equals to 0. So we can write x1 equals to x2, x1 minus x2 equals to 0, or x1 is equals to x2. Here we reached on condition x1 is equals to x2. Hence we can say it is 1, 1. Now the function is 1 1. Now let's prove the function is onto as well. Now let fx is equals to y. So y is equals to 9x cube plus 6x minus 5. When this minus 5 comes to this side, it becomes positive. 9x cube plus 6x. Now here, after taking common, we cannot take any common. Even here we can take common, 3x we can take common. But after taking common, we cannot reach on that step that x is equals to in terms of y's condition. So we cannot reach directly. In this question, whenever a polynomial function is there, in that case, always do complete scaling step here. Complete scaling you already did in 10th class. So what is that? The very first step for completing the scale criteria is that x square's coefficient. The first step is coefficient of x square, it is 1. The very first step is coefficient of x square should be 1 for completing the scale. For completing the scale. This is a procedure to completing the scale. By applying this criteria, we can easily find x in terms of y. So if coefficient of x square should be 1, so here 9. If we'll divide with 9 on both sides, then we can get x square's coefficient is 1. Y plus 5 by 9 is equals to x square. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9 plus 2x by 3. The coefficient of x square is 1. There is nothing, that means 1 is there. So first step we already meet. Second step is saying, now take coefficient of x and multiply it with 1 by 2. Now take the coefficient of x and multiply it with 1 by 2. Third step is scaling the above determined term last step is add above find term on both sides. Now we already did the very first step. Now we'll do the second step. It is saying take the coefficient of x and multiply it 1 by 2. What is the coefficient of x? It is 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 will multiply it 1 by 2. It gets 1 by 3, meeting the second step. The third step is saying scale the above determined term. Okay, now we'll have to scale this term. After scaling the term, the fourth step is saying add above find term, that means the scaling of 1 by 3, add above term on both sides. Okay, 1 plus 5 upon 9 plus 1 by 3 whole square, 2x by 3 plus 1 by 3 whole square. This is the completing the scale criteria. All the 4 steps you need to learn. Well, you have already done it in 10th class. If you don't remember, then you can check what I did here. So first one is coefficient of x square 1, then take the coefficient of x and multiply it 1 by 2, then scale this term, and then after that, after scaling, add that term on both sides. That means on left hand and right hand side. Now, when you are watching, this is the criteria of completing the scale. So here the scaling is completing a square plus b square plus 2ab. The formula is applicable here. After applying this criteria, you can fetch only 2 formulas. One is a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square. from both these formulas, one formula is applicable at one time. So here it is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So it is a plus b whole square y plus 5 by 9 plus 1 by 3 is whole square is 1 by 9, and here after applying the formula it is x plus 1 by 3, so 1 by 3 whole square, it is 1 better, x plus 1 by 3 whole square. Okay, here we can, after taking LCM, what will get y plus 6 upon 9 x plus 1 by 3 whole square. When square will go to this side, it becomes plus minus under root of y plus 6 by 9 x plus 1 by 3. Okay, this is the value of x plus 1 by 3 is equals to plus minus y plus 6 upon 9. When this, okay, under root 9 is nothing, it is 3. Under root y plus 6 and upon 3 x plus 1 by 3. Now we can find the value of x. 1 by 3 when goes to this side, it becomes minus 1 by 3 plus minus under root y plus 6 upon 3 minus 1 plus minus under root y plus 6 whole divided by 3. This is x value. But you are watching that x is nothing. This is from domain set. Domain set is positive reals. Positive reals are saying that answer cannot be negative, x cannot be negative. So whenever this negative and this negative, 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 positive, and after that we'll get negative sign outside. That means bigger term sign outside. So minus minus plus, but when we'll add, the negative sign will also occur. So as per this criteria, as x belongs to positive reals, will reject the minus 1's value. So we are having x is equals to minus 1 plus under root y plus 6 upon 3. But I did here, x belongs to positive reals. That means answer cannot be negative. Whenever this negative sign and this negative sign will occur, minus minus plus, but negative sign will occur outside the term. So it becomes, it gives negative answer, but it cannot be there because answer should be positive real. So we reject this term, and after that what we'll get, minus 1 plus of under root y plus 6 by 3. This is our x value. Now we need to show that is it onto or not. We'll substitute this x value in function. What is function? Fx is equals to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. This is a function. We'll substitute this value in function. F of minus 1 plus under root y plus 6 upon 3 is equals to 9x square minus 1 plus of under root y plus 6 by 3 whole square plus 6 into x minus 1 plus under root y plus 6 by 3 minus 5. We already substituted the value here. Square of numerator as well as square of denominator. Denominator square will becomes 9. 9 into minus 1 plus under root y plus 6 whole square upon 9. So 9 will cancel out with 9 because 3 square is 9. Now 3 2s are 6. We can cancel this term even. So then plus of 2 multiply minus 1 plus under root y plus 6 minus 5. Now what we'll get, it is a minus b's whole square formula. A square plus b square minus 2ab. This is the formula now, a minus b. This is your a, this is your b. So a minus b. formula is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now this 2, when will multiply inside, it becomes minus 2 plus 2 under root y plus 6 and minus 5. We are watching that one is with positive sign and one is with negative sign. The same terms are there. We'll cancel it out. Now this square will cancel out this root. Y plus 6. 1 square is 1. Minus 2 minus 5. Y plus 7 minus 7 will get y as answer. So whenever if we'll substitute x value in function and when we'll get y as answer, then we can say the function is onto. Hence bijective and then we can say f inverse y exists. Why I've written y? Because he needs answer. It means he needs y as variable in answer. So f inverse y exists. First of all, we need to show that f is invertible. We already show that f is invertible here because it is bijective, hence f inverse exists, that means it is invertible. Now we need to find f of inverse y. Y is equals to x, fx. We substituted at front when we started on to section. So y is equals to fx. What is the value of fx now? What is fx? Okay. We don't need to substitute fx here. Here, whenever f will goes to this side, it becomes f inverse y is equals to x. So, what is the value of x? We already find it out. It is under root y plus 6 minus 1 whole upon under root y plus 6 minus 1 upon 3. We already find this value, that means x value previous. So x value we substituted here under root y plus 6 minus 1 upon 3. So is it belonging, that means f inverse y's value, we have already proved that f inverse y is equals to under root y plus 6 minus 1 upon 3. One thing more beta, here we'll get y belongs to minus 5 to infinity. You can write that it belongs to minus 5 to infinity. Your answer should lie between minus 5 to infinity. So whenever you will, why I'm saying that you will have to check that y belongs to minus 5 to infinity. Just check it here once. Whenever we'll substitute the value of minus above minus 5 and below infinity. Whenever we'll substitute minus x, the minus 5's next value is minus 4. Minus 4. Then minus 4 plus 6, it becomes under root 2. Under root 2's value is 1.414. 1.414, when we'll subtract 1 from that, we'll get 0.14 upon 3. That means a positive answer. And positive answer. And it is saying that answer should be positive. So that means here you have to write that where y belongs to minus 5 to infinity. Or if you don't want to write, you just write it here only, where you find that is equals to y, where y belongs to minus 5 to infinity. Or directly you can find with the previous step, if y is equals to fx, then whenever f goes to this side, f inverse y is equals to x. What is the value of x? X value we already find it out. It is under root y plus 6 minus 1 upon 3. Here he wanted the value of f inverse y, where we already proved it. This question is very important. Hope this question is clear to you. If any doubt comes, then please contact us. Till time, stay home and be happy. Thank you so much.